Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi, everybody. Hi, I am spiritual medium Kellee White, and welcome to Ask Me Anything. So, first, let me say hi to everybody. It's been quite a week. Quite a week. Okay, hi, Patricia from Japan. You're lonely and you miss your beloved. Okay, so I'll get back to you on it with a special reading. Okay, Patricia? I'm going to say hi to everybody first, and thanks for watching us from Japan. I have a lot of clients in Japan, which I just love. Hi, Deb. Hi, Nettie. Hi, Barbara. Hot and humid South. Oh, I can only imagine. I heard it was like 105, like in Texas. Sunday Flower. I love your name. Oh my gosh. Hi, Sarah Stone. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Tom. Hi, Dee Potenza. Oh, she says, Kellee, I've been thinking of you. Not sure if you're close to Madison, but I'm close to Highland Park. Just unbelievable. Your guidance is always gold. Thank you, sweetheart. And your birthday is Tuesday. Well, we're going to talk about that, Dee. And I'm going to do the astrology, but I'll come back and I'll give you a reading. And I am not far from Madison, and I will talk about all of that. That was just a horrific situation. Hi, Kim Ann. Hi, Denise. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Renee. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Sherry Craft. Hi, Lynn from Connecticut. Hi, Linda. Hi, Carol. Hi, everybody. Oh, my gosh. Hey, Tracy. Hi, Sandra Lee from Kentucky. Yay. Hi, Marge. Hi, Annie. Oh, my gosh. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Linda. I could just keep going on and on. Pam, yes, try for a higher position at work. Absolutely. Hi, Frank. Okay. Hi, Renee Martinez. Oh my gosh. Well, hi everybody. I'll tell you, this week was just unbelievable actually to me. So I thought I'd share a little bit about my weekend, and in the hopes that hopefully it will help some people along. And I always have to ask God, my higher self, God, why did this incident happen? But here's what happened on Saturday. And so always pay attention to your emotions, your feelings. Don't discount if you're feeling something. So I was on Saturday, I was taking my assistant, Carissa. And if you don't know Carissa, she does a lot of my social media, and she's just wonderful and just love her so much. And she lives on a farm near me, which is just wonderful. And I've known her and her family for many, many years, and she's just wonderful. So I wanted to surprise her, and not surprise her, I just wanted to take her out to dinner along with my niece, Mary, and we were going to go to dinner in Madison, the big town. So from where we are. Anyway, so we started off, and that morning I said to Dawn, I said, I don't feel right. It's an odd day. The energy was like super weird for me. I just couldn't. It felt kind of like dark energy, and it felt kind of, what's the right word? I don't know. Just uncomfortable energy. I felt doom and gloom, actually, is what it felt like. And I said, oh, Kellee, it's ridiculous. I mean, I just tried to talk myself out of it. And then Dawn said, oh, go, you guys will have a great time. And I love Carissa so much, and I love Mary so much, my niece. And I thought, this will be fun. We'll go and have a good time. And so first we went to a little town and went shopping, and that was great. But I could still feel the energy just getting odder and odder and odder. I just like a kind of a low level energy. And so we get to one restaurant that we go to first, and we were going to have cocktails there. And we had a couple of cocktails, and even then the energy was just a bit off, like just off. I just couldn't quite get comfortable, Anyway, and then from there we walked to the restaurant that we were going to have dinner in. And as we're having dinner, in fact, I actually said to the waiter, will you take a picture of us? So there's a picture of us with a family behind us, right behind me, actually. And so we're having dinner, and so far, so good, but it's still feeling heavy. The energy feels just weird. And I've been to this restaurant many times. Never had this experience ever, actually. But what happened is as we're sitting there, we're having a glass of wine, and all of a sudden I heard this crash, boom, bang kind of noise. And so instinctively I got up and I turned around thinking that a waiter had dropped his tray behind me. But that wasn't the case. The case was a man was choking to death, actually. And the man next to him lifted him up and was doing the Heimlich and really trying and really trying and really trying. And everybody gets up and I leave everything on the table because we have to move out of the way and give them a lot of room. And then they put him on the floor and they were trying to resuscitate him. And it was just a horrible, horrible situation. And so then from there, the paramedics were there and they were incredible. I mean, you talk about people that, on a daily basis, risk their lives helping people and to help people. And they're working between life and death situations. There's some special angels, these people. So there were 4 of them came in and one of them actually turned to me. He must have thought I was family member because I was standing right there because there was no place to go. It was a small place. And he said, "Ma'am, are you okay?" I wanted to say, "No, I'm not." But I found myself just praying because at that moment, what else could I do? I just prayed and prayed and prayed for the family, for him, for the best outcome, for his soul, what his soul needed. It was just really rough, and we're quite certain he passed away. And it was just an awful, awful time. So somehow they moved us into another room. I don't remember how that worked because it was so traumatic, but somehow they moved us to another room. And I remember Carissa said, "I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat. We're sick." I mean, so I said, "Well, we need a drink." And I said, "Carissa, you need a drink." She doesn't normally drink. So we had a cocktail and then we left. And it was a very rough day, really, really awful. And as we were driving home, Carissa was driving and she was driving her mother's car. And as we're driving home, we're both pretty shook up. And I kept saying, "Gosh, it's so dark out. It's so dark out. Carissa, turn on the brights. It's so dark." Turns out we didn't have our lights on and we got pulled over by the police. So I'm like, "Oh, this is like the night from hell. It's never going to end." And then from there, we told the police what had happened. And she said, "Oh, I'm very aware of what happened with this man. I'm very, very aware of it." And so anyway, we got home. But here's the reason I bring all of this up is if you've ever had a traumatic event like that, I'd like to know if you've had a traumatic event like that. Something happened where my vital life force, which is the energy in us, just literally just came out of me, just like, psh, and I went into some trauma response. It was, I didn't know what was going to happen, but my energy just went right out and I couldn't get grounded. I could not get grounded. Don tried to ground me and he did. He really helped a lot. I called James. James really helped a lot actually. They both did. And I just wanted to call my mom, that's what I really wanted. I wanted my mom. She had the best way of grounding me. But this was really an unbelievable thing. So then, because that wasn't enough, Sunday, I was just out of it, wiped out. And then on Monday, we, of course, sadly heard about the shooter in Highland Park. And I was just devastated. Highland Park is an amazing, amazing town. I just done, about maybe 3 or 4 months ago, I did an event in Highland Park. In fact, I remember coming home and saying to Don, "Boy, I could live there. It's such an amazing area." And it is an amazing area. It's just an awful situation. And then to find out that the shooter was headed to Madison or went to Madison on Monday I think I was just picking up the energy of that whole thing. And it was rough. So pay attention, everybody, to your surroundings. Pay attention to your energy. If you really don't feel comfortable about doing something, don't do it. But I'll tell you what I learned from this. It helped me because not ironically, it helped me because on Tuesday and Wednesday, both days, Tuesday and Wednesday, I actually had paramedics as clients. So, and that's unusual. I had different paramedics for both days. And just the work that they've done in the world is amazing to me. So I could really relate to that and understand it. But also just having the compassion for somebody and when there's trauma, So anyway, that was my weekend. And it was a rough one. So I don't know if anybody else has ever had that experience. I'd like to know. So anyway, and let's talk about the astrology, because the astrology is just so, oh my gosh. I thought the first 2 weeks are going to be easier than the second two. Not by much, but second two I think are going to be really intense. But on July 11th, let's talk about that. Let's start with July 11th. So today is the 7th. So the July 11th is Monday. So on Monday, July 11th, is the second exact, for the Pluto return, the exact conjunction degree at 27 degrees happens on July 11th of the Pluto return. And that Pluto return represents transformation. And so I feel that we're going to have some more civil unrest during this period of time. I think it's going to be a very intense week. Now, remember, we still have a few more days where the planets are all in their own houses. And that's an amazing thing right there, actually. So we still a good time to manifest things. It just is. Even though it might feel, the energy feels, somewhat heavy or going into something heavy, it's still a good time to manifest things. So, and then on July 12th, Saturn goes retrograde. And that Saturn is the planet of karma. And I'm going by Vedic astrology, it's in Capricorn. And so that's a pretty intense thing. So the 11th and 12th should be intense. And Saturn retrograde is going to last until almost the end of October. So it brings us a time of self reflection, actually, but it also means, government. It means, it's just intense karma. It's a pretty intense time. And then on the July 13th, we have a full moon and in Capricorn, and that really is about taking responsibility. So this is all very intense. And then on the 18th and 19th, Mercury and the Sun oppose Pluto. Very intense time. It means things can go out of control during that time. And oh my God! But the biggest thing, and I kind of keep talking about this because I think it's really, really important, is I think it's probably the one of, if not the biggest astrological event of the year, and that's July 31st and August 1st. And that's when Mars and Rahu and Uranus all conjunct at 24 degrees. They all come together at 24 degrees of Aries. At the same time, Saturn is squaring all of this. So what does that mean in English? It means it's a very explosive time. I'm going to say the last few days in July, first few days in August. So just remember, it's about a transformation. I'm going to say this world we're headed towards a big transformation time. And July is pivotal, actually, for this. So, and that's everywhere in the world. That's not just the United States. It's pretty much everywhere. So here we go. Susie Wright, you're recovering from COVID. I'm so sorry. So many people I know that have COVID right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So first, let me start with this. Okay. Hi, Jean Abbott. I totally understand what you are saying. Oh, thanks, Jean. I get the feelings and everything. Thank you. My husband died in a restaurant in Jackpot, Nevada in 2005. Totally unexpected. Oh, I had chills. Well, I have to get a card for you, Jean. I am so sorry. So you would really, you'd really get it. So thank you though for saying that. And I'm so sorry. Yeah, that is such a way to go. It affects everybody. It's, wow. I'm so sorry that you had that experience. Gosh, let's get a card from your husband, honey. Wow. That is something. He says, we are soulmates. And remember this, love never dies. Souls don't die. In fact, on the other side, they always say the same thing to me. I'm not dead. And I'm like, really? Well, you're not physically here. How's that for you? So just know he's around. Missy Jade, my fiance at age 38 had a heart attack in front of me. I had to perform CPR for 18 minutes. It's been 3 years since his passing and I can't get over it. Trauma is terrifying. Missy, I have chills. I am so sorry, honey. That's okay. I want you definitely to go to work with a trauma therapist and go to traumahealing.org, because that's the kind of traumahealing.org. That's the kind of trauma that is PTSD times, a million. I mean, it just, That's huge, honey. That's huge. You wouldn't even be able to watch um, a TV show where that would have happened. You'd get triggered. I'm so sorry. Let's get a card for your husband. God, your fiance. Wow, that's unbelievable. He says, well, I'm glad to know he's feeling this way. I feel healthy and happy. He must have a good sense of humor there. I'm sure he doesn't want you to worry. Oh, honey, what a story. Thank you for sharing that, Missy. I so appreciate that. And I'm so sorry that you went through that. Patricia Aldana, I didn't forget about you. May I know if he is here always with your family? Yes, he's definitely. Let's get a card for you, honey. Yes, you're loved, your beloved is always with the family. Absolutely, Patricia. Here. And he says, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And I have to assume he's sorry because he had to pass. And that happens a lot. Sometimes they'll say that to me. I'm so sorry that I had to go. So just know he's there with you, honey, okay? So don't even worry about that for a second. He's always there. Okay, so your birthday, D Patanza, your birthday is actually July 12th. So July 12th, which is going to be a fiery day, actually. It's a 3 of Diamonds day. 3 of Diamonds has more challenge in life. Actually, the most challenge. But let's get you a card from the guides. How's that? Why don't we get you a card, D, from the spirit guides? That's a great one, especially for your birthday. I bet you this year brings a lot of change, D. Here we go. Understand your body. I think that's a code for take care of yourself. There you go. That's how I interpret that one. Oh my gosh. So, hi, Elizabeth Preston. Hi, Laura Young. Oh my gosh. Hi, Julie. Hi, everybody. Okay, so, I have a bunch of Sherry Abdu. So happy I found you, Kelly. Thank you. Your light shines brightly. Thank you. Can I please have a mini career reading for my son? Sure. So, okay, hold on a second. Wait, I had it and then, okay, here we go. So your son is on 426 and he's an actor. Well, let's just see about that. Hold on just a second. On 426. So that makes him an 8 of clubs. He could certainly be an actor, a writer. Often they're writers. I know people that are 8 of clubs, well, famous ones actually, that are writers, directors, and actors. So yes, tell him to keep going that because he's got a brain that has a brain. So tell him not to be anxious about it. Okay, he's got to be real focused, which they are. They're usually really focused. Okay. Oh, Robin, you have COVID in Alaska. Sorry, that's terrible. Margie Hall Renzi, who in heaven sends me hearts all the time? Well, I don't know, but let's get you a card, Margie. I have no idea. It says, my death was painless, so please don't hold on or worry about guilt, or don't worry or hold on to guilt. So I'm not sure. It's a loved one, clearly, that is sending you hearts. Okay. Anne Marie Ochoa. She says, hello, Kelly. Thank you for helping all of us. You're so welcome. Going through some tough times dealing with finances, negative people, and health. My birthday is June 9th. So this will be a year. I bet you start setting deep boundaries. Okay. Because if not now, when? This is the time to do it, is to set boundaries for negative people because they would be a drain on your health and probably your finances, frankly. And June 9th is an 8 of diamonds. So 8 of diamonds can take on a lot. Don't take on a lot. And let's get you a card from your guides. Give without expectation. So if you want to give something, don't have any expectation of how they are. But here's what I would do one up. Sorry to the guides, but I'd go with boundaries. Okay. I would definitely. Kim says, dear Lord, bless you. How horrible. I am glad they were not alone, but how terrible for you guys. Thanks, Kim Ann. Yeah, it was something, I have to say. It was awful. Rita Vore says, my friend choked on some meat. I tried Heimlich maneuver without success. An EMT arrived and took her to the ER. She was unconscious. She died a couple of days later. Oh, Rita, I'm so sorry. So a lot of people have had these experiences. I don't hear anybody talk about them. So I really appreciate you guys for saying this. So Rita, this is from your friends. I send you loving signs through nature, and I also understand, we talk about this, that it's when it's somebody's time, it is their time. It's just fascinating, like, what did I learn from this? What did I observe from this? And I think for me, it's all about having, deeper compassion even for the men and women that are out there doing this work, and for the families that suffer from all of this, because it was a lot. Nancy Pinero, she says, "Good evening. My birthday is 11/7. Is my nephew who died in September at peace? Thank you." I'm going to say yes. I think he's concerned about his mother, but let me gift you a card here. She said, he says, "I am not dead." See, I'm telling you, this is what they say all the time. They say this to me all the time. So he's at peace. I think he'll be at peace if you don't worry about him. Okay, I really believe that. So I have some questions that I have to ask because you guys asked some really good questions and I so appreciate it. So Kim Ann, you asked a question about color therapy, and I thought it was a really good question. And you said, I keep hearing that color therapy is a big deal and that some people are doing bathrooms like with a special light installed that allows them to change the color of the light or the room with the remote, which is very cool. This makes me wonder, since green light is a healing light, could a person flood a room with green light and in doing so create a healing light session? So I'm gonna let me explain what color therapy is. So when color therapy it's based on the idea that color and colored lights can help treat physical or mental health because it changes our moods. And then hence when our moods are changed, our biology is changed. And so I would have to say that yes, it would create a healing energy if you like for instance, and I think I've mentioned this once before, when my mother had cancer, I was she just loved Mavis Patilla as I love Mavis Patilla, who's a wonderful, wonderful spiritual medium. And Mavis works with color. And Mavis said, "Tell your mother," she said, "to wear yellow. I want her in a yellow nightgown. I want her in a yellow, constant with yellow, especially when she sleeps." That really helped her. And it was hard to find those yellow gowns. I'm not kidding you. But we found some. And it really did change the energy. So, yes, I believe in color therapy. Very much so. Okay. Very much so. Um, so let's see. Um, okay. Bonnie Hefs Kemper. I have to read this. She said, "I sat at a table with some friends to do table tipping." Oh, okay. So, table tipping is where there's a physical medium and my grandfather was a table tipper, was a physical medium, and they might tap on the table and say, "Table rise," and the table lifts and does all kinds of things. It's all about energy. So it went well, but afterwards I started crying and I knew it was not my emotions. My gut told me it was my friend's mom trying to get a message to her. I'm not a medium or a psychic, and being able to feel my friend's mom's emotion was a little overwhelming and freaked me out a bit, to be honest. I really did not like it. So I understand that, Bonnie. Yeah. I'm sure that's exactly what was happening. It was probably your friend's mother's trying, and you probably could feel her emotions. And I think when I first started as a medium, I could feel every every soul's emotion. I mean, Don will tell you we would be having dinner and we'd be sitting with a friend of his who, unbeknownst to me, had lost a child, and I would start picking up the energy, and then I'd go in the bathroom and I'd sob for like an hour. Where's Kellee? She's sobbing in the bathroom. I mean, it was a whole thing until it's a muscle, and then I was able to control it. So yeah, I know, honey, it's not for everybody, but thank you for sharing that. So it's not for everybody. Oh my gosh. So Kathleen Miles said May 13th, anything from my mama. I really enjoyed you and James. Oh, thank you. Okay, well, let's get a card from your mother. Here we go. Believe in yourself, she says. You can do it. There you go. That's a real mom statement. That's a good mom statement. There you go. Believe in yourself. Okay, so this is a good question. Sunday Flower. First of all, Sunday, I like your spelling of your name and your name. What is the best manifestation technique? So you are a 4 of diamonds. Your birthday is August 9th, 4 of diamonds. So the best manifestation technique is to imagine what you want. Imagine it. Everything starts with imagining. So you start imagining. And then if there were no fears or nothing that could get in your way, how would you get there? And then you start playing with that. And the next thing you know, things start to move because you're telling the universe what to do, what you want, what you need. So start that way. It starts in your imagination. If I could do anything, if I really want this, how would I go about getting it without putting the negative spin on it? Well, I can't do this because of that, and I can't do that. None of that. Okay. So that's how you start. Okay, Sammy Bissig, man, please have a card for my heavenly daughter. You sure can, Sammy. Okay, here we go. She says, don't be afraid, Mom. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And I just want to say this, Sammy. I know she is somebody that's really special. And I know that art is important here to her. And I really get the sense of doing something with art with her, some of her art, or taking out pictures of her, or something really important like that. Okay. So hold on a second. I want to get another question because there were some really good questions here. And this is for Josie Strupatus Jackson. She said, I sat with my dad while he passed, and good for you, honey, because that's an extraordinary gift for both of you, actually. And the spiritualists have said that he is around me. I do feel him a lot. Any message from him? Well, of course, he's around you. Absolutely. He says, remember me by the happy memories that we created. Okay. He's always around you. Just think happy thoughts with this one. And then Wanda Mann, she said, I lost my husband of 48 years on the 1st. Would love a card. All right, Wanda. First of all, I just heard him say you didn't lose me. I'm right there. So here he's a funny one. He said, I will always point you in the right direction. And then he says, my love to you. He really loves you, this man. Okay. Just know that. Okay. And Steve Kanicki, I know you're a 5 of diamonds and you're a wonderful writer. You're a terrific writer. And he says he'd like some recommendations about connecting with his angels. And so I'm going to get you an angel card because I think that'll be really fun for you, Steve. But also I want you to remember something. Get a great way to connect with the angels is to actually get a deck of angel cards because it's really interesting. It keeps you in that energy of the angels. That's one way. I have a ton of angels around me and I talk to them. And I had a situation recently where one of my angels was on the floor and my housekeeper was in here and she said, Kelly, there's an angel on the floor. Did you put this there? And I said, no. I said, well, that's so odd that little angel is right there. It's smack in the middle of the floor. I said, that's odd because believe me, I would have seen it. My dogs would have picked it up. And then I said, gosh, I don't know what that means. And she said, I know what it means. She said, I lost my baby years ago. And whenever I see an angel, then I know it's her. So her baby in heaven, put the angel on the floor for me. It was just for her to see. It was amazing. It's just amazing how all of that works. So here, Steve, this is for you. Sorry about that. Divine Order. So this is from Archangel Raguel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. Okay, so get a deck of angel cards because I think that would be amazing. So you should definitely do that. Okay, so so here we go. So Debbie Wozniak. Hi, Debbie in Alaska. How do you get rid of fears when you are meditating? If you remember, I had a terrifying negative energy cap and needed help with Kevin Russell. Oh, that's right. But it still sticks with me. Any advice? Yeah, I mean, Debbie, probably, some old-fashioned advice would be a trauma therapist, actually. Because if there's whatever that negative energy or the trauma of it would be, practice with just abundance of love around, because there's only 2 emotions, really, fear and love. And if you can just get to the love and just a lot of pink around and just think loving thoughts and love, and that can help a lot, Debbie. Okay, so there's a few ways to look at that. Chelsea Janelle. Hi, Chelsea. She said, I just had an experience that even my children felt. The air turned cold and dense and felt like I had a blanket of coldness. Was this a negative energy? You mean just now? No, I don't. I think you're just feeling spirit. Sometimes it feels that way. Spirit will come in and it feels that cold kind of rush. That happens. It's probably just, did you recently lose somebody, or did you lose somebody that was wanted to connect? Could be as simple as that. Okay. So, okay. Vilma Naeger. Hello, may I please have a card from my brother? Yes, you can. I am so much better now. I love that he sends you a rainbow too. I love that. Okay. Um, okay, so there was another good question I wanted to get to. And this was, I thought was a really super question, and I appreciated this. This is from, hold on, I'm going to get to it here. Where did it go? I didn't want to forget this one. Um, oh my gosh. Where did it go? Hold on a minute. Now I can't find it. It was about an, oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is from Carissa Carrington. So, Carissa, I really appreciate this question. She said, hello, Kellee. I wanted to ask you what your thoughts were on night terrors. So, there's a difference between night terrors and nightmares. Okay, there's a difference here. And she says, both of my kids suffer from night terrors. So many sleepless nights, and the fear is so real. So, any suggestions on the topic? Yes. So, imagine this, if you will. Night terrors are different than nightmares. So a nightmare, you can wake a child up. Okay, in a nightmare, you can wake them up. In a night terror, you really can't wake them up. And they might physically be getting up. They might be really believe that they're awake, but they're asleep. And if you wake them up, it can actually be a little more harmful, but it's not good. And so what I've discovered about night terrors is that they're usually, if they come on, it's a small percent of the population, but if it comes on, it's like it can be anywhere from 2 to 12 years old. They run in families. So I noticed that you said that your other daughter has it too, your other child has it too. So it runs in families. So I'd have to wonder if your husband or you had night terrors. And so there are some things that you can do. And one of the things that you can do is if you know that it's a consistent time, like every morning at 2 a.m, this happens, you wake them up about 15 minutes before, and you just kind of keep them up, for that. And you continue that for about a week. And that's something that you can do. It also, you've got to keep their room safe. You want to keep their stress levels low, and you don't want them to be too tired or to stay up too late. Because if they get too tired, that can come on too. And but just know that it's something that actually can be, it could take some time, but it does, they eventually grow out of it. Okay. I want to give everybody an example of it. It's like when you are having a full-on panic attack as an adult. Imagine you're a child and you're having a night terror. It's the same energy. So just keep working with that. Just keep working. You know what I would do? Also, I just thought of this. Look into homeopathic remedies. Look into homeopathic remedies. Find a real good homeopath and look into homeopathic remedies. That might be really helpful. Hi, Karen Ann. Hello from Ohio. Hi, Karen Ann. Feeling July's intensity, hearing calm and optimism in your voice. Any word from your mom and your aunt? Well, let's get a card for them, Karen Ann. Oh my gosh. Let's see. There is no time where I am. Time is only on the earth. I'm going to tell you what, Karen, your mom's out there dancing away. She's dancing away. She's having the time of her life. Okay? Just know that. Know that she sends you so much love. She's a hoot, that one too. Okay. Kathleen Connor, can I have a message from my dad? Let's go with it. Absolutely. He says, it is beautiful where I am. I think he's having a wonderful time on that side as well. It is beautiful. That heavenly area is spectacular. Darlene Erickson, can I have a card for my heavenly mother? You betcha. Here we go. Okay. If I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. Isn't that interesting? I hear that a lot from the other side. They'll say to me, Kellee, if I could do it again, they said I would be less anxious. I wouldn't worry as much. I'd be more present in the moment. I would not take something so seriously. I would have changed my belief system. I get all kinds of things with that. Let's see. Chelsea Janelle, she said, I had pictures of my dad running through my head when he had passed 5 years ago. Thank you so much for the clarification. I started at 2 years old telling my parents an angel was with me. Could I be sensitive? Yes, you are sensitive. No doubt about it. Absolutely. Absolutely. For sure. Um, let's see, Jody Felshani. She says, why do I have dreams of people I don't know? And can I have a card for my husband who passed in January? Yes, you can. You know, my mother used to have dreams of people she didn't know. She would tell me this all the time. Oh, I had a dream about this. And she would start naming all these people. I said, Mom, those are people you're working with on the other side. So I have a feeling you might be doing the same thing. Your husband says, we will be together again. Okay, Jody, that's amazing. And you know he will be. Okay. And Margaret says, hi, Ann Margaret. She says, intensity? Kellee, I took a wrong patient and counseled them last Friday. Oh, it's a no in hospitals. Thank God I wasn't a surgeon. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. She says, I was fine, but my boss freaked. Yeah, some crazy ass energy. I'm sorry, Aunt Margaret. It's a good thing you're not a surgeon. This is the truth. Wow. So Debbie Foster Horan. Hi, Debbie. She says, my very ill stepfather wants to know if we reconnect as husband and wife in the spiritual side. Well, we certainly can. I mean, we certainly can. That's a real human thing to think of while you're here. But yes, absolutely. If there's a great love and there's a great wanting to be together, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, tell them not to worry. Absolutely. Okay, tell them not to worry about that. Yes, they will be together again. Laura Isaac, she says, yes, I also believe we dream of people from our past lives. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great thought. You're right. Okay, Linda Kay, she said, my spiritual brother Chris transitioned yesterday near 4 p.m. in Dallas. Oh, Linda, let's get a card. I'm sorry, honey. So let's get a card from your spiritual brother, Chris. Oh, life is a series of choices, he says. Choose love. Okay. Oh, I think we're going to have some transitions here. Just, it's an interesting time in life to be here. Coogan Nature. Hi, Kellee. I just started a new job in the field I studied for. Can I please have a card? Let's get one from your guides. Congratulations, though. Isn't that the best? How great is that? Abundance is your right. There you go, Coogan. Abundance is your right. So I think that's going to be really good. Missy Jade Kellee, thank you so much for your message from my partner. I don't ask about my mom as she passed when I was 15. I'm 44 now. Can you still get messages even though it was such a long time ago? Oh my gosh, yes. Let me just say this about moms or moms. They never leave us. They never do. Absolutely, honey. So let's get you a card from your mom. She says, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. She is a hoot, this soul. So yes, and I'm sorry you lost her early. That's really early. Chris Young, Chris says, love is a feeling that makes us complete and gives a sense of fulfillment. When the love of my life left me, I was totally devastated. I almost gave up until I met a friend who directed me to, oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to be reading that one. I'm sorry, Chris. I have to delete that. Sorry about that. That's just not a good thing that you did. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Connie Fogel. Hi, Connie. She says, can I ask for a card, future venture in employment pass? Yes, let's get one from your guides. Practice moderation. I'm not sure what that means in business, but keep looking for that job, that perfect one. You'll get it, honey. Okay, Karen Martin. Hi, Karen. Can I get a card from my heavenly husband who passed away 23 years ago on July 5th? Wow, you betcha. Here we go. Okay, I had to leave that way. So I'm not sure how he passed, but he said he had to leave that way. Oh my gosh. So Debbie Foster, she says, hi, Debbie. She said, do soul families reincarnate together? Yes. So that's a great question. And yes, they do. So what happens is on the other side, we choose our soul families. We have our soul families. We might choose our mother, our father, our siblings. Yeah, we choose them. And we all come together as a soul family. And most of us maybe decide to reincarnate at the same time so we can be together. There are some that might stay on the other side that say, I'm going to pass this one up, because on the other side, it's like a blink of an eye. And then, you'll all get back together when it's time, when everybody arrives back, and you'll talk about your experiences, and it's a real can be a real love fest, I would say. Okay. Hi, this is from Debbie Periano. Hi, Kelly. I associate butterflies with my friend Diamond, who passed a few years ago. It's just my imagination. No, it's not. If that's how you associate, first of all, your friend Diamond, that's an interesting name. Okay, let's get a card from her. How about that? She says, now I have no pain. Now I have no pain. So that is a good thing. So also, everybody, if you have any connection that you feel with Lemuria or Atlantis, please join Prajna Avalon and me on July 23rd for part 2 of the Atlantis and Lemuria webinar. And it is going to be so interesting because the first one was fabulous. And Prajna will also be doing a meditation in the second one as well, and the third one as well. And even if you missed the first one, if you want to buy all 3, we'll send you the link so you can catch up. We'll also be doing some, summarizing part 1 when we start on part 2. But join us because we're really going to be talking about wisdom, ancient wisdom that we all had from that period of our soul's growth was during that time period. So we're going to be talking about wisdom and the gifts that we had, and then bringing them back to the gifts where we are now. And I think it's a really important topic to get into because we're in this interesting time of the world right now. So definitely please join us if you can. Okay. So, Crystal Cook. Hi, Kelly. Can I get a card from my dad in heaven? You betcha, Crystal. Here you go. He said, honey, I am just a thought away. Oh, he's got a lot of love for you, sweetheart. Okay, Carlene Reese. When I was a teenager, my friend James killed himself. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's awful, isn't it? It was so hard to accept at that age. There was so much he didn't get to do. Is he still around? So I can't answer if he's still around, but let's get a card from you. Okay, let's get a card from him. We have been together in dreams. Okay, so he's around. He comes to you in your dreams. And, sometimes with suicide, it's a hard one, isn't it? And especially when they're young and they haven't, they couldn't get past what they needed to in order to, and they ended up too soon. But it's a shame, but does happen. Sometimes they're just in so much pain that they just do, But that's a really hard one, Caroline. You would have learned a lot from that one. I'm sorry, honey. Okay, Karen Sanders. Hello, Kelly. Can you please give me a reading from my husband that passed September will be 14 years? Well, let's get you a card here. Let's see here. He says, I see all of your thoughts. He's like, Karen, I am with you. So he's a good guy, Karen. He's a really good guy. Okay, sends you a lot of love, sweetheart. Thanks, Lynn. Appreciate that. Sylvia, hi, Kelly. Thank you for your messages from Spirit. You're welcome. Let's get you a card from the angels. How's that? Relationship harmony. Oh my God, this is this Archangel Raguel. Boy, he is active. He was active last week too. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. Amen. Please God. That would be a good one, right? Let's hope for that one because that would be a super, super one. Okay, Peggy Mitchell, I'd like to know if my late husband, Ted, has a message for me. Well, let's see. You know he does. Okay, now, late husband, does that mean he was always late? Or I know he's just passed, but here he goes. He says, we are so connected. We are so connected. Our loved ones are always around us. They do. They surround us with love and they watch what we go through without them. So Riley Johnson, hi Riley. She said, Kelly, I have been housebound for 8 years. I'm trying to love my body into remission with self-love, diet, naturopathic medicine or remedies, somatic experience, etc. Fabulous. Do you have any guidance? And your birthday is September 17th. So you are a 7 of clubs. So Everything starts with self-love. Everything starts with compassion for what we've gone through. Everything. So if you start with that, and it sounds like you're doing everything, you know, really well there. Now, if you've been housebound for 8 years, I'm wondering if you should be on a homeopathic remedy too. So you might want to look for a classic homeopathic doctor who does homeopathic remedies. Okay, I know you're doing naturopath, and speak to that person about remedies. Okay, honey, because I don't know how old you are, but it would definitely be time to start to move. This is an incredible period of time we're in right now to start be able to clear up our old issues so it doesn't hold us back from life, right? So let me get you a card though from your guides, Riley. Here we go. Ah, interesting. Forgive yourself. You have some powerful guides there. Forgive yourself, Riley. So that's why I was saying have a lot of compassion for what you went through. There was a reason. There's a reason, honey, that you haven't left the house. But bravo for working on yourself. That's really good. Okay. Connie, what are my cards called? Well, I have 3 different cards. I have James's cards, Talking to Heaven, which I love. And I have James's card, Messages from the Guides, which I love. And then I have Doreen Virtue's card, Angel Oracle cards, which are fun to use too, which I just love. So, not a fan of hers, but I do love the cards. Okay, Christina Weir McVeigh. She says, "Hi, Kellee. Does my father have a message for me?" Well, let's see. You know he does. I have no more earthly worries. That's really good, honey. And I'm going to say, and he loves you. Okay. Yes, it's possible. So who wrote this? She said, Cheryl Allen McGanna. She said, would it be possible to get a card for my sister who passed in 2000? Well, yes, it is. Absolutely. Here we go. She says, it was my time to go. And I want to add, it was my time to go to the beach. Look at that. That's a great card. It was my time to go. You know, the loved ones on the other side have the best damn sense of humor. You just would not believe it. It's just amazing, the sense of humor that they have. Okay, Nancy Mills. Hi, Kellee. Lovely to see you. I'm wanting to sell my house soon to sell it quickly. Thank you. Let's see. I bet it does sell quickly, Nancy. I bet it does, because I think you're about ready to make some big changes here. So I do. Yeah, Sheila Johnston. Yeah, I love my Doreen cards too, but not her too much. I know it's just odd. She took an odd turn there. Um, what can I say? So let's see. Okay, oh, Bonnie Bond. Hi, Kellee. Does my daughter have a message for me? You know she does. Here we go. She said, "Mom, I'm standing right next to you." Gotta love that one. Gotta love the chutzpah on that one. That's a good girl. Okay. So, okay, that's good. Kathy Rees. She said, "Hi, Kellee. I would love to hear from my grandma." Okay, well, let's get a card for them. I am with the rest of the family. There you go. She's with the rest of the family here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, and I had some other questions too I wanted to get to also because you guys wrote some really good questions here. So, okay, and this was a good question, and I'm not sure who this is from because I missed. Oh no, this is from Julie Mancher. She said, "How do we find out what our totem animal is, and what does it mean?" So, how do we find out about our totem animal? We do Totem Tuesdays, so often we'll do a totem that I hear about in my readings, or that people all of a sudden I'll start seeing, and like the other day, Don and I were standing outside and I saw a skunk run across the field and I was like, "Ooh, that's a totem." Or wolves. I've been hearing so much about wolves lately and people with wolf tattoos now. And so I'm going to be doing that, I think, for next week. But a totem, what happens is a totem is an animal or a sign that you see a lot, or you have this in your dreams. They come to us in our dreams randomly. And so when that happens, it can be several things. It can be a totem for the period of time that you're in. giving you a message, which is really important. Or it could be, like for me, I've always loved, had been devoted to, I don't know why, but tigers. And I used to always have these dreams with lots of tigers around me. And so I know that is it for me, the tiger totem. But I also now, I'm constantly with different totems that come randomly to give me messages. And so I just love it because the universe is always giving us messages and ideas and things. So, bye, Laura. I'm so glad. Thanks for being here. Okay. So Terry Fountain. Hi, Kellee. My mom's 10-year anniversary of her passing was this year. Oh, I'm sorry. And she said, in my dad's second year, I was an only child. And she said, may I, and I missed their counsel. Oh, Terry, I bet you do. I bet you do. May I please have a card from them? You bet. Let's start with your mom. Okay. Because I think she wants to go first. And she says, the earth is our school. So she learned a lot while she was here. Okay. She learned a lot while she was here. And from your dad, he says, I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. Now, I often will get that with, sometimes with fathers that didn't tell their daughters enough, or even siblings. I've gotten that a lot with siblings that hadn't told their siblings that. So, Leanne Chafee, your interview with Danny and Brinkley was so amazing. Thank you. I went out and bought the book. Oh, his book is so interesting. He's so interesting. His book is called Saved by the Light, and we did a show on it. We did a show several years ago, but we did a replay of this recently. It was a good one. So I thought that was a good one. Okay. Christina, here's what I was going to say. Okay. April Griffiths Johnson, I've always loved dolphins. Is that my totem? Yes. So if you've always loved dolphins, I always ask people when they tell me, when I do star seed readings and I talk about star seeds, and especially if they have light eyes always represent the Pleiades to me. Or the next question is, do you like dolphins? And they go, oh, I love dolphins. And so usually that's a Pleiades soul. So I'd have to wonder if you were a Pleiades. But yeah, if you love totems, honey, if you love dolphins, then for sure that would be your totem. And dolphins mean a higher consciousness, a much higher consciousness. So that's a wonderful one, actually. So let's see. So Amber Lily, she says, hi, Kellee. Is a mockingbird a totem? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Mockingbirds are a totem. You bet. I believe they're shapeshifters. And so you might actually Google the message for that one, because I don't know it off the top of my brain right now, but it's an important one. So if you see them out there, they're kind of clannish. They come in often with clans. So Christy out here. Hi, Christy. She said, I have a certain bird for every family member that has passed, and I say good morning to them every day. You should, Christy. Let's get a card, though, from your daughter. How about that one? She says, Mom, I am here helping you. I am here helping you. There you go. She is a wonderful soul. That one. Okay. Now, Valerie Smothers, what about penguins? I adore them. You know what? That's the first time anybody's ever asked me about penguins. I remember seeing penguins when we were in Alaska, but I don't have any idea. But please Google that one and let us know what that means, because you would just put penguin totem in, because I love them too. That's such a cool one. And that would definitely be yours. So Barbara, you said, Barbara Tarbottom, she says, I love sloths. Okay, then Google sloths. If you have a particular animal that you love, that would be it. Leslie Chambers, I have a thing with all things black and love the Black Panther. Oh, Black Panther is really special. But also a black cat, black dogs. We have a black dog. And black birds. Okay, well, that's very interesting. I have to look that one up. We'll definitely look up Black Panther. And that you have a thing for black animals. That's amazing. That's really very cool. Okay. Susie Wright, I have a hummingbird who visits my bedroom window every day. They're the best. Hummingbirds bring joy to us. They actually mean joy, which is super for that. Kathy Reed says, horses for me. It's the top, though. Okay, great. I think that's, and Linda Mackus, she says, I love turtles. So turtles represent Gaia, they say, Gaia, Mother Earth. which I love turtles too. Oh, Linda Miller, I love bears, and I think I was a Native American in your past life. So if you feel that strongly, then you were. If you feel that strongly about it, then you would be. Bears are incredible totems because they're so powerful, and gosh, they're just powerful. They give us a lot of power and strength to get through life, actually. It's a great totem. So make sure you look that one up. Oh, otters, Amy, otters. Otters are pretty cool too. Otters are pretty cool. Kangaroos, Brenda Bryant, kangaroos. I don't know what that one is, but wouldn't that be, that would be interesting. I don't know. Okay, Elizabeth Ducati, she said, hi, my mother wasn't a very good mother. I'm sorry. And I was estranged for her for many years. I would call her every now and then. I tried to call her and found out that she had died 2 months before, and my sister did not tell me, and my other siblings. Any message from her? It's quite hard to deal with that I didn't at least get to say anything. So I'll get you a card from that, but let's just talk about that just for a second. Because I think it's really important. There's a technique called the empty chair. So your mother will be able to hear every damn thing you say. You imagine you've got your mother in that chair, and you start talking to her and telling her, because honey, she has to do a life review. And when they do a life review, they have to feel everything that they've caused you. It caused you a lot of pain there. So put her in that chair, empty chair. It's a great technique for people who didn't get to finish, and it happens. That happens to a lot of people, the relationship, okay? So put her in that empty chair and then start to talk to her about your feelings, all right? Let me get you a card, though, from her. There is no such thing as death. So with her, there's no such thing as death. You start talking to her as if she's sitting right there, okay? She can hear every single word. All right, everybody. So listen, we've got to go, but join James and me on Monday night, and we're going to be talking about preparing for death, I think, and what happens, the things that you prepare for that. And then on the other side, how does that work? So please join us on Monday. James Van Prague and I will be doing our show, Both Sides Now and Beyond, and have a great weekend. And I will talk to you next week. Look forward to it. Take care, everybody.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.